Hi everyone, welcome. Thank you for joining me. Thank you, chat managers, for your help. I appreciate it. Hi, Glorious. Glorious E, I think. Okay, today's Wednesday, so hump day for those of you who are still doing the corporate hustle. I was listening to the Supreme Court hearing about tariff for a short while. And it seems to me Alito and Thomas came alive. If any of you were watching, please let me know. It feels like to me they are looking, like I've said, they are always looking for a little sliver of anything to give Trump a pass on whatever he's doing. And the reason why I'm saying this, I believe it was Thomas who asked a question to, he used to be on MSNBC. I can't remember his name right now. Let me take a look. Yeah, Neil Katyal, because I still have the TV on it behind me. If the United States was at war with the country, would it be permissible for the president to impose tariff on that country? We're not at war. I mean, I'm not a lawyer. All that I kept getting was they're looking for something, a way. Him and Alito. And you know, maybe I'm biased. Sauerkraut, supposedly Solicitor General, this guy to me is a charlatan. He was speaking, he throws a whole bunch of words, and it seems like to me a couple of them are 50 cents, meaning, you know, maybe words that can send you to the dictionary or something like that. And he was like a big, you know, someone who's trying to pull the rug over your eyes. Please let me know, those of you who listen to this thing. And this is not the first time I've got that impression about Sauerkraut. That's my name for him, I know. His name is Sour. So I call him Sauerkraut. It's unbelievable to me, but let's see what happens. I would be surprised if they don't try to find a way, even if they don't take it all away. Just, they don't want to make Trump look bad. If that changes, I'll let you know, but I would be surprised if they don't give him at least room to wiggle. But according to reports, Trump can use other means to keep the tariffs on. But guess what? That's going to segue me into what happened last night and how unhappy I'm sure some of you have watched. Well, my prediction is the MAGA side of the court is they're going to look for a way to give Trump wiggle room. But that's my prediction. The other thing is, those of you who were watching last night, how things went, thank God. It's a message to Trump, Stephen Miller, Vought, and company. They are very frightened. And intuitively, I feel Trump is doing the same thing, looking for someone to blame. And I'm sure you guys remember I told you, I tweeted to Stephen Miller once, Trump is going to fire you. Watch what happens. I would be surprised it's not 100%. The immigration situation, the tariff, among other things. There's a list. I can't remember all the whole list because I'm recovering from I had a technical difficulty before I came on, so I'm still recovering from it. Right before I turned I come on live, I had a technical issue. But anyway, the list is too long, but intuitively I feel Trump is looking. He's angry. He doesn't like, as you know, he doesn't, you know, he thinks he should be allowed to walk all over you, to bully you, and you have to still be his domestic like. And he's not happy about what happened last night. He's looking for ways, first of all, to go after Mamdani, make New Jersey pay, and among other places. Intuitively, I feel what happened last night is resonating big time in the Trump administration. And there is something that's going on, because as I'm saying this, I'm getting it. There's a court case about Chicago allowing Trump to deploy the National Guard, and how ICE is treating citizens. And according to what I read, Stephen Miller is the person directing. I mean, not that it's simply confirmed what I have been saying to you, that Miller is behind all the violence because he wants to mistreat people of color. I feel the judge is going to find that out. But what I feel is happening behind the scenes, the Trump family is has been worried. Last night was not a good night for them, although they expected some reaction. But the way it was a wave. There was no place to find any good news for their father. And intuitively, I feel like saying they are blaming Stephen Miller and Vought and others they feel are giving their father the wrong advice. Stephen Miller is going to catch a lot of the blame for what's happening on the ground, meaning arresting black and brown people. There's going to be a price for it. He's terrified now, Miller that is, because I've said it before and it's been confirmed according to news report. He's a pretty good manipulator and a brown noser. And that's one of the reasons why when I told you his co-workers did not like him. But it's in the newspapers as well, that came out in the newspapers. Intuitively, I feel him and his wife are terrified if he loses the possession, because he will no longer have the protection that he has now. They are very worried about that. And it's not only Stephen Miller. It's a lot of people on the Trump cabinet. But intuitively, I would be surprised with the Trump family talking to Trump about some of the stuff that, well, it seems like they've told him, yes, you got to go hard on, do this, do that. But they told him, don't go too far. And it seems like Miller and Vought have taken it too far. Somebody's going to go. I can't tell you it's going to be exactly when, but I would be surprised between now and February, March, Stephen Miller doesn't go. And it's going to be an epic firing. The judge is going to go after, well, I don't know if the judge can go after Stephen Miller personally, but there are going to be repercussions as well at the district court level because of what's going on in Chicago. And Trump looking for somebody to blame, Miller is going to catch the blame for what's going on. And after today, a lot, intuitively, last night has given a major boost to Democrats. Yes, the other thing I forgot was the shutdown. And that's what I wanted to associate with Vought, because He's the one who convinced Trump, you can do this, you can do that, and has all, he understands all the mechanism, how government works. So he knows what to do, and he convinced Trump that he could do things that he has not been able to deliver on. First of all, Democrats are being very stubborn, and people are taking their anger on Trump, and Trump is not liking it very much. My friends, this is going to be a very bad show. He may not fire Vought, but Stephen Miller is going to pay a price. I said a long time ago, I didn't talk about him getting fired, but I said he's going to pay a price for the way he treated immigrants the first time around. And Trump and the people around Stephen Miller and Trump family, they know he's a bigot and a racist. But now, it feels like the main person, basically, who's going to be, she's not going to ask for his head, is Ivanka. But she's going to convince her father, or has been trying to do that he's heading in the wrong direction. Last night gave her reasons, at least on her mind, or more weight to what last night has given more weight to some of the advice she's been giving to her father and her husband, that this is the wrong way to go. But Miller is he's in the White House full time. He knows, I've said this before, he knows how to manipulate Trump. He's a good brown noser, and it's been reported, okay? It's not going to be a good week for Miller. And they are terrified. If I were them, I would be terrified too, because of some of the stuff and that's going to come out because of the court, what's happening in Chicago, the lawsuits against Bongino, is the guy at the FBI. Bonvino is the guy with DHS. Yes, and that's another person too that's going to catch a lot of flack. It's a matter of time. These guys have crossed the red line. Well, it's not only crossing it, they stopped on it and then kept on walking. This is going to be, for now, I expect things to continue going the way they are. But intuitively, I feel there is going to be a price for everything. All the abuses, you see them perpetrating on innocent people, Americans or immigrants. There's going to be a payback for it. And also, there is, do you guys remember I told you somebody is going to divulge something, and it may have to do with intelligence or something to that effect? That was a while back, about Trump. This morning I heard there is something brewing in the courts about releasing the file for the investigation that about the documents. When Trump was being investigated about the documents, that stuff is going to be released. And watch what happens after that happens, after that file is released. All hell is going to break loose. And on top of other things that's going on, I don't see, if it's not illness, I don't see how Trump and people around them, or around him, are going to be able to survive that debacle. because it won't have to do only to do with the act of sealing the documents. But it seems like to me Jack Smith uncovered a lot more information, and that's why Trump doesn't want those things released. It's what's in them and what he did with those documents. We don't know anything about those things, but they are hurting so many people. No one is, unless you're a MAGA and agree that to keep, well, it's not about Trump. It's keeping the MAGA philosophy, the MAGA thing, like I told you yesterday, in power forever, or for as long as they possibly can. Unless you believe in that philosophy, you want dictatorship, you want Republicans in power, or MAGA in power forever. And intuitively, I feel most people in government, that's not the way they want to go. If you are not part of that MAGA forever team, there are going to be a lot of collaboration into releasing a lot of intelligence about what has gone on behind the scenes. That's my prediction. And Stephen Miller, let me tell you guys, I think Stephen Miller is going to end up in prison. I don't know exactly. I'm not a lawyer, I can't tell you the charges. But this morning I was thinking about this. I'm seeing Stephen Miller behind bars. This guy is so full of hate. It seems like to me, he has become blind. He didn't care. That's why he goes down to the level of foot agents, just regular agents, and Bonvino, whoever. When he wants something done, he wants to make sure all the abuses that we are hearing, he is ordering it. There's going to be a price for it. I don't know what the charges around that will be. And it doesn't, intuitively I feel, he will not be able to use the alibi that he was doing the government work. It's not going to work. And my prediction is, like I said, he's not only going to suffer the humiliation from Trump, his family, he's going to end up in prison. That's my prediction. The next reference is, I'm sure all of us know, Republicans are terrified. And as I said 6 years ago, that they will, all of them, or if not the majority of them, will lose their seats. A lot of them are very worried now, today. That's another, after last night, they're very worried. It feels like to me, a lot of them are looking for ways to stand up to Trump. And like I said before, even if it means breaking, like Marjorie Greene is doing, a lot of them, they will break with the party. And if it means joining with Democrats and impeach Trump, they'll do it. There is so much that's going to happen. The first or second quarter of next year, because right now, the trend is gathering speed for the crash. This administration, I don't feel, is going to be able to survive what's coming, and that also will cause some major health issues for Trump, because And that's why he's so petrified. He doesn't, if Democrats take the majority. And also, guys, do you remember I told you, even the Democrats will take over the Senate? This morning, I heard some people saying the same thing. Democrats are more optimistic about winning the Senate. And if that happens, and even if they don't, I believe they need 60 votes to convict Trump if he were to be impeached. Even if they don't have 60 votes, they don't have 60 Democrats, but they will be in the majority. They will find some Republicans who will vote to convict. That's my prediction. If Trump stays long enough. And to a degree, I feel, and I've always said this, I can't tell which one is going to come first, because it's because of the time. Okay? If it's going to be military removal, an impeachment because Republicans would just break. And last night, 8 out of them are angry and scared. And I don't remember the third one, but I always gave 3 ways. I just wanted to mention, I know what I said, and I'm trying to time it. I just can't time what's going to come first. But because I mentioned there's potential for Republicans to collaborate with Democrats and impeach him, last night gave them more ammo to do it. And Trump's poll numbers will continue to drop. That will give them even more, a stronger hand to turn on Trump. And you know something? Intuitively, I feel some of them are beginning to think, if they would not be viewed as a hero or as heroes if they turn on Trump. First of all, because of everything, the economy, the shutdown, because Trump is basically what? He's saying, don't listen. And the Trump notion to disobey the courts, it's Stephen Miller. Vote too. Both of them. And Vance is in it since, they have the guns. They can do whatever they want. Let's see what happens. But I don't see how Trump is going to last 4 years with everything that I see, this train collecting speed, and the crash is right around the corner. I don't see how this is going to end well for them. Removal, I don't know which one is going to go first, but it's coming. That's my prediction. And I mentioned the district courts because Trump is disobeying them. Intuitively, I feel, that's part of the title, okay? There is some of the judges in the district court, they're very creative, they're very smart people and very creative. At least, the majority of them, okay? Intuitively, I feel they're going to find ways to hold Trump accountable. They may not be able to arrest him, but I feel like saying Trump disobeying the court will have ramifications. There are only 2 people in our judiciary who don't care. Alito and Thomas. I know Roberts is in Trump. He's not in Trump's camp, but he's part of the type of people who wants the unitary presidency. Like I've said before, a lot of those people don't care about Trump. Trump is a means to an end. they will remove him. I believe I said that yesterday. And put Trump in his place. Put Vance in his place. Because that's the deal. That's what Peter Thiel wants. And among other wealthy people, there's an insurance guy. I don't remember his name. I'm sure some of you have read about him. I did not know who he was until I believe yesterday. I'm looking at the screen because I'm looking for his name. His father created an insurance company and he inherited it. So, and he's a major GOP donor. So he's the one, he's another one of the oligarchs who are all in with rich people should be in charge. I don't know, for some reason I'm hearing 12. I was going to say I don't know how many of those super wealthies are driving this activity behind this initiative. For some reason I'm hearing 12. I'd be curious to know how many of them there are. We'll see what happens. But yes, there is a number of them that are driving this situation. So, but I don't feel they're going to succeed. Yes, and last night really shocked them. And but the district court, those guys are giving, as we know, money means a lot to Trump, and that's how he makes his decisions. Okay, and once they, he's making plenty of mistakes, and those guys are aware of it. So once they feel it's appropriate to remove Trump, they remove him and put Vance in charge. That's the plan. That's what they're going to do, and I've been saying this for a very long time. That's what Peter Thiel wants. It seems like he's the group leader. My prediction is there's going to be a price for Peter Thiel, a legal price. I am not sure how this is going to work. It may involve prison and then deportation. Because please let me know, he's like me, a naturalized citizen. But it feels like to me, like I said, most immigrants, they don't want to change what's in this country. We want to make it better so that other people can come, be productive, and help this country be better, grow financially in every kind of ways. And that's one thing, that's what's driving, that's the economic engine of this country. That's what's creating and generating that much success to this country. And they want to kill it because of their own ego and selfishness. There's a price for Peter Thiel. That's my prediction. If I were him, I don't know, some of you know better, I don't know if it's because of an insurrectionist thing, but I would not be surprised if they try to get rid of him. And he's not going to be able to take his money with him. Let's watch that. That's my prediction. Okay. Let me see. I think I covered everything. Chris Piazza says, just jumping on now. Mamdami won. Yeah. Brooklyn Galley. Oh, no wonder. And we are thrilled, I'm sure. And New Jersey was, they were partying in Jersey too, it feels like. Patricia Everson says, Melon Mother designed the garden at the White House that Trump tore up to put a concrete patio in years ago. Oh, I didn't know that was, no. Do you guys mean, Melon was a banker. Phoebe Figalili. Mellon was a banker. His son is a major GOP donor. But no, it's not the Mellon. This guy has some, it seems like it sounds, I don't know, like our, his name sounds something similar to Polish, and the reason why I'm saying this is Zbigniew Brzezinski. I know I messed it up, sorry. He has some name like that. If I could, if you Google insurance mogul, GOP donor, insurance mogul, it will probably come up, okay? Or in fact, if you Google Peter Thiel, he will come up, because I did it this morning. I am doing it now. Yeah. And I will give you his name. I Googled it this morning. His picture came up too. Well, I don't see it, but I'm not going to keep you guys. But yeah, if you do, you'll find. It's not Mellon. Mellon was in fact, they owned Mellon Bank. There was a company I used to work for. They used to, that's who used to manage our stock portfolio. So yeah, that's how I'm familiar. I mean, I didn't know who the owners were, but that's why I'm familiar with Mellon. So the name stays with me whenever they talk about them. Sarah Schweider says, Milu, it takes 2/3 of the Senate to convict in an impeachment proceeding, so 67 senators. Oh, okay, thank you for that. I didn't know that. I thought it was 60. But I feel if they impeach Trump a third time, he's history. That's the way I'm getting it. But thank you for that. I did not know it was 2/3. Ali Noble says, a lot of people are angry about the White House renovation. Oh my God, yes. That's another statement. Some people are besides themselves with, this guy took the liberty, he thinks he owns the place. And that's the way he feels. Him and his family, that's the way they feel. It's like a takeover. That's what they've been planning. But last night put a major wrinkle on that. Yeah. Now, everybody's thinking, what's going to happen in next year? Will Democrat win? And they think they don't have enough time right now. That's why a lot of Republicans are wondering to save themselves, their career, okay? If they basically turn on Trump right now, because they don't see how he's going to be able to turn this around. You can't. He can't. People don't trust him. He lies all the time, okay? He cannot turn the economy around because he doesn't have the people with the brand to do it. I'm sorry. Otherwise they would have continued with what Biden was doing. But no, they want a unitary president. They got to destroy everything and convince us they inherited some crappy country, so they're gonna make it better. Like he's been saying, he inherited a poor country, a country the world did not respect. When the international community, they are laughing at him. I have no idea what this guy is thinking. But they can't turn this around. Guys, do you remember it was like yesterday? November 2nd, 2024? It's been a year. It's like a year went by. There's no time to turn this around. They can't do it. I don't care what they do. Even if they were to hire competent people, turning around the mess they created, forget it. And to the vida sola fide. I'm no expert, but please let me know what you think. Okay. Aline Level says all of the areas in New Jersey that Trump won, Mikey Sherrill, I keep saying Mickey would be the pronunciation in Creole or French. Mikey Sherrill flipped, and she got high numbers in those areas. Really? Then Trump did. Oh my God, I didn't know that. Spenberger got a lot of Republican votes also. Oh yes, they both did very well. Oh my God. In fact, some people were saying it was very close in Jersey. And when I looked, it was 56-41 or something like that. I mean, I did not know the numbers. I never really tried to use my intuition to get numbers in that way. But I knew, intuitively I felt, New Jersey residents did not want another Trump lackey. Because if Trump was good, yeah. But most people around Trump, even when most things he does are negative, they all say, give us more of that. They don't have the gumption to stand up and say, no, this is wrong. Okay? So, intuitively, that's why I feel people in New Jersey say, no dice, no thank you. We have enough problems. Okay, I'm looking for more questions. They should be worried. The people spoke loudly last night, for sure. And they are worried, trust me. Stephen Miller maybe it's because I'm focusing on him, because I know all you have to do is look at the tape the video he made. I had to use the name tape because we no longer use tape. The video he made when he was in high school. How long he's been dreaming about mistreating Hispanics and people of color by extension. So maybe that's what, on my mind, and I always focus on him. Oh yeah, he didn't have a good night's sleep last night for sure, okay? Because if Trump lets him go, because he knows how Trump is, they no longer have, and we know how vindictive Trump is. Trump won't give him a couple of weeks worth of protection from Secret Service. He's going to have to move out of the military base. Okay, they are worried about that, and he doesn't have enough money to be like the Musk of this world, hiring a small army to protect him. He doesn't have that kind of, if I'm not mistaken, he's only worth a couple of millions. I Googled it a couple of weeks ago because when I found out he was, his house is worth $3 million, I mean, more power to him, the house he is about to sell or something like that, but the house in Virginia. That's when I Googled, because I heard his family on some kind of business that does very well, and he got money from them too. So I was curious to see how much he's worth. So he doesn't have enough money to hire his own army. It will be funny, and I won't be feeling sorry for him for sure. Okay. The legend says this Jersey girl is happy, I'm sure. Oh my God, okay. The legend says Musk doesn't seem to be doing too well. Do you think he might have health issues? He's had some health issues. We simply don't know about it. But I feel what's gonna do a job on him is depression. Because I predicted a while back, I saw him, looking disheveled, losing all his friends. I said that a while back, a couple of years. And it seemed like in a hotel or something like that, because every time he comes to mind, the person I keep getting is Howard Hughes. So he's going to end up something similar to the way Howard Hughes left. Recluse, not many friends, people hate his guts. Whitney Allison, she says, Musk is a ketamine addict. Yeah. All right, friends. Thank you very much, everyone, for spending time with me. Thank you, chat monitors, for your help. I appreciate it. Hi, Craig Dixon, Roland Conditioner of Taro. I appreciate your help. Please, if you like the channel, please subscribe, and also don't forget to tap on the notification bell. Please give me a thumbs up as well. That would help me a lot. And if anyone would like a reading from me, the link to my website is below the video, psychicmilo.com. Oh my God, I wanted to ask you guys something. Or feel free to call me on my YouTube number. Okay, I'm going to see if I can do this. I've never tried it before. I want to run a survey. Engage with your audience. Okay, let's see. How do you do it? Oh my God. Oh, let me see. Maybe I have to scroll this all the way down. Let me see if I do it this way. Nope. It won't let me do it. I'll do it tomorrow. Like I said, I'm writing a book, and I would like to take a survey on how many of you buy physical books itself, or you use an application to read. You know, you buy the books from wherever, Amazon or any other outlet. And if you buy electronics or if you buy paper, that's the survey I want to take. Hi, Chris Piazza. Thank you for stopping by. Okay, everyone, I will see you all tomorrow. Till then, bye. Please leave me comments or questions.